This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New England Patriots and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Right to the air is Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. First carry for Nick Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Chubb running right. And he's got Rome. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan, his 4th touchdown early year. And the Packers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, we get a first look at this Patriots offense, and of course leading them for his 2nd season. Last year's Rookie of the Year runner-up. Out of Alabama, Mac Jones.
I think we'll all remember 2021 as a banner quarterback draft, and we saw 5 taken in the first round. It was actually the 5th of those 5, Mac Jones, who was the runner-up in the Rookie of the Year voting with the 5th most yards by a rookie in league history. The Patriots, they have to be dancing in the streets with the idea that this guy is going to be their quarterback for about the next 10 years.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing Jones. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Folk's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers completed out left to Dobbs. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Nick Chubb, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year, as these guys are able to extend their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not
this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Patriots ready to get the football back. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
21-3 is your score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. They'll try the right side with Harris, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now here's another carry for Harris. To about the 35, second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And just a yard to go here on second down. They hand this off to Harris. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On the give, this is Harris. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And the Patriots are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Harris. Now the ball comes loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, stumbled, recovered. This time an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So on fourth down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. Folk's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Robert Tonyan running back out with the rest of this offense for another possession. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Rodgers now to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Rodgers again now. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. And this is secured by the Patriots. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. 2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He'll find Parker again. Complete. On the move past the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a first down carry for Harris. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Checking this down to Stevenson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. They run with Harris. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. Folk's kick is good, and the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
From the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So here are the Packers now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 117 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Chubb pushes him over. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Jones. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
2 yards, good enough for first.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Packers.
Robert Tonyan
with a second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays.
And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Jones on 3rd down. Going deep here for Parker. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's pulled in at the 32. We have played 3 quarters. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tonyan.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Rodgers now on 1st down. That's out to Chubb, complete.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown! Nick Chubb, 39 yards.
And the Packers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. When you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 6.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. New England trying to get a place on offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Meanwhile, Jones' throw there taken in by Smith. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw. Jones. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. New England on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Setting up the screen, Harris. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
And he is going to pick up a Patriots 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. This is Harris on the draw. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. Rodgers now on 1st down. That's taken in by Watson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And again, it's Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And they take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Green Bay, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2.